What's up guys, Alec here, and today I'm going to start this week's social media news recap with a couple of stats. So first of all, 100 million products with Alexa pre-installed have been sold, but purchasing power remains limited with only 2% of Alexa owners actually using the device to shop. And amongst those 2%, only 10% of them are making a second purchase. So despite Amazon making their way into homes with a new and unique marketing channel, they still have a lot of work to do. And if you've ever wondered how much you'd have to pay someone to get them to stop using Facebook, a +1 study showed that it would take the average user around $1,000 to stop using their Facebook account. Now, my question to you is, would you stop using your Facebook account for $1,000? Because I wouldn't. It would take me a lot more due to the fact that I use Messenger way too much. I think it's really handy. But let me know how much it would take you to stop using Facebook in the comment section below. So for the first story, 95% of Snapchat users say the app makes them happy and happier than most other apps such as Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. This is according to a study where Snapchat partnered with Murphy Research to understand how and why people are tapping on their favourite apps. The study was conducted with 1,005 app users between the ages of 13 to 44 years old. So 955 out of the 1,005 app testers said that Snapchat gives them more happiness than any of the other apps tested. Here are the top attribute index scores by app. And according to the study, Snapchat is associated with the feeling happy, playful, and silly. Instagram often inspires its users but can also cause them to be more self-conscious, while YouTube captivates and entertains its users. I thought this study was really interesting because I can see the logic behind all the results. Even though I don't use Snapchat much, when I do, I don't feel like it takes a toll on me mentally whatsoever. But when I'm on Instagram, for an example, I'm occasionally like, damn, I wish I was doing that. Just comparing myself to the others, wishing I was more successful because people always share the best version of their lives on this platform. So I definitely see the logic behind why people become more self-conscious when using Instagram. That being said, if you want to read up more on this study, links are going to be in the description below, just like everything else that I mentioned in this video. Up next, Mark Zuckerberg's personal challenge for 2019, public talks on the future of tech. Every year, Mark Zuckerberg announces his New Year's resolutions on Facebook. In the past years, he decided to take on challenges such as visiting every US state, learning Mandarin, and reading 25 books. This year, his challenge is a little different. For 2019, he said his goal is to host a series of public discussions about the future of technology in society, the opportunities, the challenges, the hopes, and the anxieties. Every few weeks, I'll talk with leaders, experts, and people in our community from different fields, and I'll try different formats to keep it interesting. These will all be public, either on my Facebook or Instagram pages or on other media. Now, it's unclear when and where these discussions are going to be held, but I feel like hearing Zuckerberg's opinions and discussions on these matters can't be a bad thing. Transparency has definitely been one of the biggest requests from critics of Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg himself in the past few years. Zuckerberg said that he expects to continue focusing on the scandals his company have been entrenched in following the Cambridge Analytica revelations and the 2016 election. He wrote, "These issues are complex and we will continue focusing on them for the years to come." Now, I think more transparency from Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg is a really great idea, and I'm really interested to see what these public discussions bring to the table. Up next, Instagram confirms the self-Regram posting tool. Instagram is adding the ability to let you publish a post to multiple accounts at the same time. The feature has become available on iOS, but it has yet been announced when it will be available on Android. Now, I already got this feature because I have an iPhone. Once it becomes available to you, it will appear when you're about to share a new post. Underneath the options to tag people and mark your location should be post to other accounts, which will let you toggle on where else you would like to publish your post, on what other accounts you can publish it. I'm trying to look at this update in a positive light. I think it could be a time saver for a lot of people who run multiple business accounts, for people who are doing partnerships or takeovers with other accounts, or for example, for someone who runs several photography accounts. But the problem I see with this update is that it's just going to make it easier for spam bots to publish multiple spammy posts to Instagram, just going to make the process easier for them to get more spammy content out there. That being said, I don't think I'm ever really going to use this feature due to the fact that all the accounts I run are in different niches, and I never really share the same content across those accounts. What do you think? Is this update going to be useful to you or not? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, for more Instagram news, Instagram has surpassed TV for advertisers wanting to reach millennials and the Gen Z. The US financial services firm Cohen surveyed 50 US ad buyers who collectively represent $14 billion in ad spend. 61% of respondents put Instagram before TV as one of the most effective advertising platforms to reach millennials and Gen Z, followed by YouTube and then Snapchat. I think this is a great thing for advertisers due to the fact that they're understanding that Facebook ads and Instagram ads are more important than TV ads. However, the problem is with these major tech companies spending more on Facebook and Instagram ads is that they're only going to get more expensive in the future. So if you haven't yet tried them out, I'm going to share a video in the card which will be on the top left, I think this side, where you can get started on how to create your first Instagram story ad, for example. I use these all the time, I think they're highly effective. But like I said, with these major companies starting to use them more and more and spending billions of dollars in Instagram and Facebook ads, they're only going to become more expensive. So I highly suggest you try them out. And now for the last story, you must have heard of this if you're on social media a lot, is the Fiji water girl. So if you didn't know, last Sunday was the 2019 Golden Globes. And this year there was a lot of photobombing involved. A woman by the name of Kelly Cuthbert cameoed in shots of Julianne Moore, Heidi Klum, Jim Carrey, Idris Elba wearing the signature blue dress and holding a tray of Fiji water to hydrate the guests on the red carpet. Now these photos started going viral the night of the event and have been big across all social media platforms for the past week. Fiji's Vice President of Marketing and E-commerce said that the hashtag FijiWaterGirl wasn't planned, although it did do really well for the brand. The thing that I thought was the most insane is that according to the Apex Marketing Group, it would have taken an equivalent spend of over $12 million in paid advertising to reach the same amount of ad impressions. And the crazy thing is that this wasn't only successful for the Fiji Water brand, but also the Fiji Water Girl. The Fiji Water Girl, named Kelly Cuthbert, is an Instagram influencer and she had 52,000 followers before the Golden Globes. Now after the Golden Globes and all this photobombing, she is now at a growing 228,000 followers. And I mean, this is crazy. This just goes to show the power of social media and absolutely love it. So that was the last story. This is the end of this week's social media news recap. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to hear your opinions about all the stories in the comment section below. I also want to hear your opinion on this social media news recap series that I'm doing every Sunday. I appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next Sunday with more social media news. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.
With the word now, Hollywood geeking. It's just another Hollywood weekend. I'm just another Hollywood demon. Dropping next season. I ain't got a reason. Now Hollywood geek.
Mark Zuckerberg.